Today, Brandon and his Lucky Dog team stop by the East Valley Shelter to do their part by donating toys and much-needed supplies. While there, Brandon takes time out to visit with some of the local residents. But it's a 4-year-old poodle mix named Olive that catches his eye.
Oh, hello.
What are you doing?
You're a cute little thing. And you're available. You're available today. Here, let me in there. I'll give you a toy.
Picked up as a stray, Olive was not only emaciated, but she also showed signs of recently having puppies. Unfortunately, Olive's pups were never located, and now this nurturing little mommy is desperate to give love to someone else.
Oh my gosh. Okay, you're a lap dog. I can see that right away. And you're sweet. You're 2 for 2. Got an idea. What do you say I get you out of here? I wasn't planning on rescuing a dog today, but you changed my mind.
Just like that, Olive punches her ticket to Lucky Dog Ranch.
There you go. That's what freedom tastes like.
But her big test comes the next morning.
Today I'll be doing Olive's assessment of her knowledge of the 7 common commands, which are sit, stay, down, come, off, heel, and no. I know, it's exciting. Slow it down there, Speed Racer. The first thing I asked her to do was sit, nice, slow, hold on. Okay, I see you know how to dance, but I asked for a sit. There we go, good. Off to a good start. And things started unraveling very quickly. She did not know down, she did not know no. Do you stay? Do you stay? Yeah. I'll take that as a no on the stay. She did not know heel. She definitely did not know off. Do you come? She did come when I called her, but I'm actually convinced that she does not know it. She is what we call a velcro dog. She does not want to be away from me.
Though overly dependent dogs can pose challenges in training, Olive's dependency could be an asset.
The fact that she's a velcro dog is not such a bad thing, because that gives me a really good idea who I think that she'd be good for.
The who in this case is Lisa Bax.
Danny, my husband, and I, and Diva, our 8-year-old chocolate lab, live here in Jefferson City, Missouri. I work at a law firm and I volunteer with CASA, which is a court-appointed special advocate program that works with children who are abused and neglected and going through the court system in hopes to be reunified with their parents. Even though Danny and I don't have children, it is my passion to be around children and be an advocate.
Having seen the stress of the court system on children firsthand, Lisa came up with an idea. Why not incorporate a dog into the process? One that can provide stability, companionship, and a familiar face for the children during the legal process.
In my everyday life, I know what it feels like to come home to a pet who has nothing but unconditional love. And what a great feeling it could be for these children to experience that unconditional love and friendship.
Having read about Brandon's experience training therapy dogs and emotional support animals, Lisa took a chance and reached out.
Lisa would love a therapy dog to help these kids open up. And honestly, I 100% agree that a dog could benefit in this area.
But before Olive gets her day in court, she'll need to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that she's ready for the challenge.
All right, come on, let's get started. Today I'll be doing an interview with Lisa Bax to see if she's a good candidate for Olive. Hey, how are you?
Good, thanks. How are you, Brandon?
We've talked about this a little bit through email, but what will the dog's job be?
The job for the dog will be building trust with the child and helping me to gain the trust with this child and help when they are testifying to help with their struggles of anxiety and fear.
Why do you want to do this?
Having no children myself, I feel like this is my way I can give back to these kids.
What I just heard from Lisa Bax, it was powerful stuff. The words that she said that struck me was she wanted to give back. At this point, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I did rescue a dog recently. She appears to be a poodle mix. On the surface, she's absolutely perfect. However, You can't ever judge a book by its cover when it comes to a therapy dog. What you're talking about requires a lot of testing. A lot. There's a lot of reasons over the years that I've trained dogs to help people. If I can make a child smile and help a child out just a little bit, I can sleep better at night.
Like all potential adopters, Lisa will need to pass a requisite home check.
Olive, come here.
But before they can take that next step, Brendon fast-tracks Olive's tolerance testing to determine if Olive is truly a viable candidate for Lisa's program.
Since Olive will be in close contact with children, I'll need to see where her limits are to see if she has a breaking point. If I do this, and this, and this, and this, what happens? I call this test the push-pull because that's exactly what I do with her. And I'll be keeping a very close eye to see if she has the potential to bite any of these kids. And this. I start pushing here and pulling there, and I'm seeing no reaction out of her. So naturally, she gets rewarded. Now I step it up a little more. Okay, what if I do this, and 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 this? No reaction still. And this. No? Nothing? Oh my gosh. I do this over and over. I'm watching very carefully to see if her lip starts curling, because that would be the first sign of aggression, but it never does. I've never seen a dog like this before because nothing phases her.
Does anything frustrate you? Anything at all?
It's almost like she's sleeping in your arm.
All right. I'm convinced. I'm like I'd ever thought you'd bite somebody anyway.
Having officially passed her tolerance test, sweet-tempered Olive is now on the path to a career in public service. First on the docket, a home check.
Hello?
For that, Brendon reaches out to Chris Kaiser from sponsor Turf Mutt.
One of the dogs I'm training here is actually going to Jefferson City, Missouri. And since you're going to be in that region, do me a favor, stop by the woman's house, check out her property, and see if it's adequate for a dog.
Brandon, just text me the address and I'll run out there.
In the meantime, Brendon reinforces Olive's common commands and introduces more advanced techniques.
Because Olive will have to be in a courthouse, she'll have to learn courthouse etiquette, and that basically means sit still for long periods of time. So even though she's already learned a stay command, today I'll be teaching her a much more advanced stay. The way I'll be doing this is with a double leash lock-off. Now I have full control of her, it's time to teach her a few things. The reality is, the courthouse she will be in has plenty of distractions, and she has to learn to work through them. So I go ahead and start throwing toys all over the barn, and naturally she wants to run and chase them, but she can't. Stay there. Stay. Perfect, good. I want her to understand the more calm she is, the more she gets rewarded.
Throughout the exercise, Brendon introduces more distractions, like food.
Relax. Good, there you go, perfect.
From there, Brendon takes the final step, unclipping Olive entirely.
Now all bets are off. This is where I find out how well I did. Good. Stay there. Good. There you go. Perfect. Perfect. She's staying. She's respecting the command. Good. Nice. Perfect. The most impressive thing here is not just the fact that Olive stayed. It's the fact that Olive is a velcro dog and she stayed. Perfect. Good girl.
While Olive learns the value of staying put, Chris Kaiser is on the move.
I'm president of the Outdoor Power Equipment Institute, and our organization sponsors Turf Mutt. Turf Mutt is an education program to teach kids and their families about the outdoors.
Accompanying him on these educational pursuits is Chris's own dog, Lucky, the inspiration behind Turf Mutt.
One of the good things about working with Brandon is we're able to work with folks who adopt dogs on their outdoor space, and so that it benefits their families, the dog, and nature. Brandon knew I was in Jefferson City, so he asked me to swing by Lisa's house to check out the outdoor space. Driving up, I was really pleased to see they had plenty of space for the dog, a lot of green space, and a lot of biodiversity. Hi, Lisa.
Chris.
How are you?
Great,
Nice to see
thanks.
you.
Good to see
Good
you.
to meet you. This is Turf Mutt.
Hi, Turf Mutt.
Thought I would bring him along.
Hey.
One of the things that we encourage folks to do is enhance biodiversity where you can. And what you've done here is perfect. We need flowering plants. We need to add them for our pollinators, birds, bees, hummingbirds, because they're really, really challenged. What you've done here, turf grass, which is terrific. It holds the soil in place, it produces oxygen, it absorbs carbon, but this is perfect for a dog, and it's perfect for a family. One of the great things about Lisa's property, it's mature. And so you've got a lot of mature trees, and directly behind the property, you've got a woods. And so this is terrific in that it just adds another layer of opportunity for our animals and for insects. The big trees, they give a lot of shade. They're very purposeful both for nature and, frankly, for your home heating and cooling. Turf grass is doing the same thing. You've got all this space, and what all this turf does, it helps cool the environment. It helps with the heat island effect. When your other dog is out here, let me guess where she lays.
Right here
It's
in
gonna
the grass.
Because it's so much cooler. These are mini air conditioners, so your dog has all kinds of places to play and roam and lay.
Chris and Lisa cap off the tour by visiting the neighborhood lake.
The lake as a water feature is a terrific addition to the local habitat. This is wonderful for anything that's migrating. Water is so critical to nature, and so whoever's put this together has done a wonderful thing for the environment. And it's a wonderful aesthetic place for you to walk your dog.
As Chris and I wrapped up, he told me he was going to report back to Brandon, and I am very hopeful that it's a great report.
What's up, Chris?
Hey, Brandon, met Lisa.
Yeah.
Checked out the property. It's a great spot for a dog.
All right, perfect. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Okay, see you, Brandon. Lucky, let's go.
As Olive gets into the groove, she tackles her final lessons, acclimating to her travel carrier and preparing for life on the Bax's boat, with lessons in water and boat safety. But before Olive leaves the ranch, she'll have to face one final daunting challenge, a play date.
Go on, Olive. Up until now, she's been a star student, but all of this means nothing if she doesn't do well with actual kids. The rule with dogs is very simple. If they have teeth, they have the potential to bite. Doesn't matter what size dog, doesn't matter what breed it is. If I feel that Olive has the potential to bite a kid, the deal's off. All this training, all this time, all this energy that I've put into Olive, it could all be in vain. What I saw was basically nothing short of amazing. Olive seems to like kids more than she likes adults. They fell on the ground, she jumped on their chests. They picked her up, they held her. This made me happy because I knew right there that Olive was not only ready to go off and do her job, but she loved it. She was perfect for it. And that's all I needed to see. When I got to Lisa's house, I heard her in the backyard with her husband, so I decided to sneak up on both of them with a little surprise.
You there?
So,
Hi, sweetheart. Hi,
I brought a little surprise for you.
Hi. Come here.
Brandon walks up, and in tow is Olive, and I did not have words to express how I felt, other than to be speechless.
Oh, baby. Welcome home.
For the first time to see Olive and hold her in my arms, I just felt a presence of love and excitement.
You're so sweet.
See how calm she is? She's like this all day. Her temperament, her personality, everything is perfect. She absolutely eats kids up. I mean, she loves attention from kids. And it's just her demeanor, everything about her is just perfect. I am gonna miss this one.
Thank you for sharing her with us.
What do you think?
I'm just excited, Brandon.
What about you? What do you think?
I think she's gonna fit in just fine.
Yeah.
I think this is what Lisa's asked for.
To see her face, to see how excited she was, and to see how full of life that Olive was, I think this is going to be a perfect fit.
We still have some work to do today, and with the help of your colleagues, I set up a mock test at the courthouse. I want to see her in action. I want to see her doing her job. Come on, let's do it.
With that, Olive enters the halls of justice for her ultimate test.
So I'm gonna sit back and watch you in action to see what a normal day in the courthouse would be like. One child at a time, Olive sat on their laps, and she did what she does best. She gave these kids support. She gave them reassurance. She did her job. And at that point, there was only one thing left to do. Well, how do you think she did?
She did great, Brandon.
After weeks of hard work, the verdict is in.
Our journey is complete. We've rescued a dog. She's given a second chance. These children are getting a second chance. And it is the most rewarding feeling to know that I have Olive by my side to take this job on. But Olive is the woman who's gonna get the job done for these children.
You know I'll miss you. She's all yours.
Thank you, Brandon.
Take care of her.
Good job, Miss Olive. Good job.
One of my favorite quotes is, "Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened." These words sum up the journey of Olive and I perfectly. When I said goodbye to Olive, it was impossible not to cry. But when I stop and think about the joy she'll bring to so many for years to come, it's impossible not to smile.
From hopeless to a home. That's my mission. One dog at a time.